Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Caleb here, love ya. And this lighting is kind of amazing. Um, anyway, if you didn't see the first part is, I guess it says in the title, just me talking about stuff that I remember specifically from what I learned in history class in America about, yeah, I think I said about Russia. And I'm going to try to do for various countries, basically because, I don't know, a lot of my comments I get pretty much just from Europeans is like accusing Americans of being ignorant and dumb and things. And so, I don't know, you'll get a little bit of insight of some stuff. This was a while ago that I remember, like the last time I was in standard education, high school, it goes up to high school in America, like most countries. And so yeah, I'm sure there's more stuff that I don't remember, and I'm not maybe touching on every single detail. I'm trying to get like the bigger things, and I don't know. Most Americans I think don't really care that much about school or history or anything, so they probably won't even remember these sort of things. They probably just would forget as soon as they're done with taking their tests or whatever. Anyway, cut to the chase now. To continue with, I kind of ended the last video. I didn't really get into like the more recent history of Russia. For some reason that stuff wasn't coming to mind, but I remember stuff later that I learned in school, so I wrote this stuff down. So I sort of stopped talking with Putin, but that was like that's quite recent. World War II, I remember learning that it was like very devastating for the Russians. They had many more deaths than like kills of the Germans. But something fascinating, it goes back to Napoleon times, so it's essentially impossible to invade, or it seems impossible to invade Russia, or extremely difficult, hasn't been done in a very long time, at least to the point of defeat. Napoleon, tried, and the French failed, Hitler and Germany failed, and basically, from what I remember that they said in history class, and again, I'll say from here on, everything I say, it could be wrong, you can correct me. I'm just saying what they taught us. But apparently, Napoleon went in, and he sort of didn't need to, but he was like power hungry, and he tried to, take over Russia, and he kept like using more and more resources, and on and on and on. And it's like this unending war, mostly very cold. That one I should double check because I don't know if he attacked in the winter, but just the massive size and the weather, all these factors are very difficult. Getting food to the front lines, super hard to invade Russia. And then Hitler and Germany did invade during the cold, and I know that for sure. And it went pretty horribly. Apparently, like at first it was all right, but they couldn't really deal with like a war of attrition nearly as well as the Russians could. At least with the West also kind of coming at them. So. The USSR. I feel like we didn't touch on this much, but I remember hearing that it was how bleak, miserable it was for many people. Bread lines and lines, I think, get like toilet paper and just basic things, and everybody would get like something. Like you'd get like a pair of shoes, but that would be it. You'd have like your pair of shoes. And you wouldn't have like different types of shoes. You wouldn't have like select the kind of shoes you want or the style or color or anything like this. It was just like, we may have the shoes, you get the shoes, that's it. But the products, like for if you got a car somehow, apparently it was like mostly just people who were sort of higher ranking. I shouldn't say, I don't remember the details on that, but I remember hearing something that was like more high. Not everybody could get a car, but if you did get a car, it could be like very low quality. There's a lot of like deaths because people in the factory, like apparently everybody had to have a job, or like you couldn't get fired or something like that. It was something with communism. So people didn't really care about the quality, so they would just like kind of do whatever and make bad products. So I could be off on those details for sure, but vodka. Actually, I think I learned this not in history class, but I know that I think they touched on vodka, but yeah, apparently. I heard like the Russian troops. No, I don't want to say something and just make it up, but I know it. Yeah, I feel like all of these things I heard maybe could have been like old wives' tales or something. So anyway, vodka, part of the Russian history. Everybody knows that, so we'll just leave it at that. And space. I don't really remember. I think this was the thing that I want to just touch on because I maybe vaguely remember reading about Sputnik or something. It might have been like one paragraph. And I think it's a real travesty because it's all great, well and good and cool to put a man on the moon, and that's fantastic. It's itself, and I don't mean to diminish that at all. But to me, it's much more impressive to be the first person in space. To put somebody on another, planet or the moon or whatever. That's really good too. But I think it's not fair that for Americans to say that they won the space race. That's, to me, clearly no. Clearly that didn't happen. Clearly he lost the space race because he didn't get to space first. But whatever. So I think that mostly finished up at least like the big points of the stuff that I learned about Russia in American schools. Hopefully that was somewhat interesting for you, anybody. And I'd be really happy to hear from Russians if any Russian would watch and comment and add in big things that I missed, or like at least a few of the biggest. Maybe I'll list a ton of big things from your perspective or whatever. Correction on anything. Again, I'm not even saying that these are totally correct. This is just, again, what I was taught. So thanks for watching. Love ya. Have a good one. God bless. Take care. Like, comment, and subscribe if you want to. If not, that's cool too. But yeah, thanks.